Hello, good morning. This is your daily outlook for Monday, the 21st of November. The euro produced muted results as markets opened following the Spaniards' vote for a new government to guide them through the debt crisis. Austerity-driven Rajoy asked Spaniards to prepare for hard times. This came after Spanish 10-year bond yields traded higher than Italy's on Friday. There were reports that the IMF could enhance its lending capacity by borrowing from the European Central Bank. The debate over whether the ECB should intervene more decisively in sovereign bond markets is carrying on, and investors will monitor the developments in anticipation of any breakthroughs. Versus the US dollar, the single currency opened slightly lower at 135.15 from 135.24. The US dollar opened lower against a basket of currencies as the Super Committee failed to reach an agreement on the US debt ceiling over the weekend. Dallas Federal Bank President Fisher was quoted saying that if the US does not resolve its debt issues, the bond markets will ultimately retaliate and soaring bond yields will be experienced. Against the Japanese yen, the US dollar opened lower at 76.76 from 76.89 as the minutes of the Bank of Japan's October 27th meeting revealed that the board decided by an 8-1 vote to expand its asset buying program to $55 trillion to support Japan's export-led economic recovery amid growing downside risks. The Australian dollar opened almost unchanged at 1.0005 versus the US dollar, and risk appetite or aversion is expected to guide the pair. The British pound gapped slightly lower to 157.99 from 158.05 against the US dollar. Looking at commodities, we saw oil prices open higher at $97.29 a barrel from $96.89. Gold opened unchanged at $1,723.66 an ounce, and silver gapped higher to $32.39 an ounce from $32.33. So let's take a look at what the currency is doing this morning. Euro-dollar pivot points at 136.15 with a preference to enter into short positions at 136.15. The dollar-yen pivot point is at 77.20 with a preference to enter into short positions at 77.20. The Aussie dollar pivot point is at 100.55 with a preference to enter into short positions at 100.55. The sterling dollar pivot point is at 158.10 with a preference to enter into short positions at 158.10. And the dollar CAD pivot point is at 102.25 with a preference to enter into long positions at 102.25. And looking at commodities, the oil pivot point is at 98.35 with a preference to enter into short positions at 98.35. The gold pivot point is at 1735 with a preference to enter into short positions at 1735. And the silver pivot point is at 32.70 with a preference to enter into short positions at 32.70. And of course, up-to-date information can be found on our website. On the calendar today, the market movers are the EU current account for September forecast to narrow to minus 3 billion, Canadian wholesale for September forecast to rise by 0.7%, and US existing home sales for October forecast to drop to 4.8 million. Now on to equities. In Europe they were negative with the FTSE down 1.11%, the DAX was down 0.85% and the CAC was down 0.44%. In the US they were mixed with the SP 500 down 0.04% and the Dow was up 0.22%. In Asia at the time of writing, the Nikkei was down 0.27 and the Hang Seng was down 1.98%. It's been your Daily Outlook. I'm Emma Andrews from the Easy Forex Dealing Room. Have a good week.
Not only have you found a great place for Forex news, you found a great place to trade it. Registration is easy. Just click Join Now. Membership has its unique benefits, such as the freeze rate, the trade simulator, the inside viewer, and personal dealers. Your personal account manager waiting for you now.